All right, hello everybody. Drew Lindgren, day 2 on the journey to a $50,000 a month in my car detailing business. Just going to go over the biggest lessons from today. Lesson number 1, this was huge. I was talking to my mentor today. When you are at a small business and you only have 2 employees like I do, or it could be 3 employees, it could be 1 employee, you know, but at this stage, the biggest thing, the highest leverage task that I can do is sell. I have to sell. I have to hit the phone. I have to talk to people. I have to meet with people. I have to do everything I can to get more sales in for my team. Anything that is not leading to a sale is not going to help me right now. Hopefully, I'll have a virtual assistant or a salesperson who can, do this for me in the future and do a good job. But right now, that task is solely on me. And so I have to be out there selling. I have to make sure my employees are fully set so they can be independent and do a good job without me being there and babysitting them. But at the end of the day, selling is the highest leverage thing I can do. If I don't sell, I'm not going to hit a 50K month. If I don't sell a lot, I'm not going to hit a $500,000 month. And there's a couple ways I'm going to have to get to a 50K month. I don't have to do it, but it's going to be a lot easier in a few ways. We can do higher ticket services. We have 2 people working. I'm going to need a 3rd person. I might need a 4th person for a 50K month. But if I have 3 people and high ticket services, it would be possible, mainly pushing ceramic coatings. My issue in the past, I was with a market agency where the expectation was get a cold client, or not a cold client, but a warm client over Meta, but still someone your first time speaking to them, talk them and convince them to book a deposit for a ceramic coating, $1,000+ service, your first phone call with them. And I didn't realize in the moment, but I don't believe that's a good strategy. I don't believe that's a good strategy to, get the most ceramic coating jobs possible. And I still have a lot to learn, so I could be very wrong. I could be very wrong in that, but from what I'm learning, it's not the best strategy. My mentor taught to me today. He informed me that the way that we're going to do ceramic coating deals is I'm going to call them, get familiar with them, meet them, let them know who I am, educate them about ceramic coating, and then in person we go and close the deal. And I think that makes a lot more sense. I think the biggest thing you can do in person is bring your orbital polisher, bring your clay bar, bring some soap, bring some water, whatever you need to do. Show them what a real paint correction looks like in a small area of their car in front of their face. This is going to do 2 things. It's going to show them what the service is actually going to do and what it's going to look like. And kind of sneaky, the second thing is one part of their car is going to look like brand new paint and the rest will not. The rest is going to look like whatever it is, so it kind of bugs them, to be honest. Said, well, I can't just have one spot that looks like new. So the ceramic coating, I think it's going to work well. I mean, I have no idea, to be honest. I shouldn't say that. I hope it works well. We'll see. I mean, I like the idea of it. The second thing we can do to the 50K month is lock in some fleet deals. We have 0 fleet deals. That's an issue. So I need to make a list of 500 to 1,000 businesses in my service area of Minneapolis, St. Paul through ChatGPT. I need to scan these websites, find the owner or general manager of all these places, and then speak with them over the phone, call them, say, hey, I have an appointment set with Mike today. He's expecting a call from me, the owner. Get directly, shot over to Mike. And my old pitch for fleets was going in person and saying, hey, I do detailing and we're 5-star rated. And nobody bought. Surprise. But now my whole offer for my mentor is call them over the phone, talk to the owner, and offer them a free detail. And I think he said, 10% of those folks are probably going to take you up on it. And out of those folks, if you do a really good job, 15 to 20%, you'll actually land a deal if you know how to negotiate it. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. I got to hit the phones. We're booked. Today's a Thursday. We're booked through Monday. So kind of sucks. I want to sell more. I want to do more for my team. We can't do that until we have another guy. We've turned down ad spend, and it's a good problem to have, but it still feels like we're not doing enough, which I don't love that feeling. So yeah, we'll get the third guy on, but until then, I'm gonna have to call a whole lot of businesses, and we'll see how that goes. Figuring out really how to sell too, just in general, has helped me so much. Setting a really high price anchor, and then framing it as a deal when you go down from it it's really helped me recently. Another thing that's really helped me is, when persuading the customer, you talk to them, you make an assumption about them. You say one of two things. You just say, hey, I know you really care about your parents. You guys, or you shouldn't say it like that. I said, I know you guys really care about looking classy. You have a Mercedes, you have a Lexus. They're both in, mint condition. I know you guys really want to appear as classy. Saying something like that, putting that assumption on them, it makes them want to live up to that standard for whatever you say next, right? So if the price maybe is a little bit high, but hey, you want to appear classy, I know you guys are super classy people, then it makes them like hold themselves to that standard. There's another way you can flip it too. I've done this while talking to some folks over the phone about pricing. This works really well. You can say someone is not something, and that holds them to an expectation to prove you wrong. We've had conversations with people over high ticket services, and over like a ceramic coating, talk over the phone, say, hey, yeah, it's like pricing's an issue. John, you didn't really strike me as a person where price would be an issue for you. And that kind of puts them in a position where they either, sacrifice their ego, and they say, no, price was an issue. So they're sacrificing their ego, or they prove you wrong and save their ego, and they say, yeah, price isn't an issue, and you're right back at it. So yeah, that's been super huge. Learning how to sell little by little, improving my sales skills. I've always had decent people skills, but improving like techniques within the sale. That's something that's been really huge for me recently. Customer service, just in and out of customer service. Just another day of customer. Maybe on my end, I thought he was a little bit too picky, but at the end of the day, we have to provide a great service, and it's his opinion that matters, not mine. And so that was another thing. I mean, that's pretty common. When you run a car detailing business, you're going to run into that a lot. As long as you leave the customer as satisfied as possible, and doing everything you can to make sure that they're good. We did a service. We went back to correct it. He was still, had some complaints. And so I personally went back. He wasn't far away from me, which was nice. But I personally went back and cleaned, a few streaks on the window or whatever it was. But it was worth it. I think it's 100% worth it. Bad word of mouth spreads a lot quicker than good word of mouth. And so even if he was picking me to go back time and time again, and he felt like we wasted some of his time throughout the day, it was honestly worth it to save bad word of mouth, in my opinion. So I think that was good. I think we did a good thing there. What else here? Yeah, I mean, there's always a lot of lessons to learn every single day in this business, and I'm really excited. We're setting up for the second mobile guy. He'll be our third employee, our third technician, and so we're setting him up. We've got, I think we're gonna have a lead flow in place just fine. We're already booked out a little too far for my liking, and we're not spending money on ads, and we're still booking out further. So I'm really excited for him. He's going to have good work. He's going to have a lot of work. And yeah, I mean, I think if we have 3, maybe we can hit a $40K a month with 3 dudes. Could we hit a $40K a month? We might even hit a $40K a month in August. That'd be really sweet. We'll see. I don't know. I'm excited either way. One of the biggest things I also realized today, upselling is easy and it's the most profitable thing you can do. You didn't pay to get a new customer. You didn't pay gas to go out there. Um, it's the most profitable thing you can do. I like to upsell engine bays and headlights, the two easiest things to upsell in car detailing. I like to go out to the customer, and say, hey, John, why don't you come over here? Look at this. It looks like your engine bay hasn't been cleaned up in a long time here. It must have been years. Do you remember the last time your engine bay was cleaned up here? Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I know, like, you brought us out here today. We're doing the wax, clay, and seal. You obviously really care a lot about the appearance of your car here. Um, and, usually we sell this service for, um, oh, shoot, I messed up my pitch, boys. But, you know what I'm saying. I know you really care about the appearance of your car here. Would you mind if we just touch up your engine bay while we're here? If he says yes, cool, add to the list. Just shut up, add to the list. If he says, yeah, well, what's the pricing looking like on that? Say, oh, usually it's $64.99, $74.99. But since we're out here today, we're already out here, we're already working for you, and you're one of our favorites. We're totally willing to bring that down to $49.99 for you here today. Bam. 8 out of 10 times, easy. And then headlights, same exact process, same exact. Headlights are a little more expensive than engine bay, which is nice. A lot of people's headlights suck, so that's a really easy one to upsell to. Upsell packages, if you're doing exterior, upsell it to a higher one. Paint correction to ceramic coating. Interiors, if you're doing a basic deep clean, you look at stains, you need some extra steam cleaning. Easy. Leather conditioner, that's one that one of my business partners has been absolutely abusing recently, is just leather conditioner. People love that stuff. Yeah, it's been a good day. We deal with a lot of issues, and I'm not perfect. I'm very far from it. I'm making a lot of mistakes, but I'm also correcting a lot of mistakes. I'm doing a lot of things right, and so, I know if I work hard every day, 50K a month is, it's in sight. We're looking to hit, it's July 31st, evening of July 31st, 11 p.m. We're gonna hit a 50K a month in September. August, I don't think so. I'm gonna keep it 100%. Unless we get right into high ticket services and we're killing it, it's gonna be really hard with 3 people. And we're not even getting our 3rd guy until maybe it's either Monday or Wednesday. So, August 3rd or 5th, it's 3 to 5 days of, less work. So we'd have to be really killing it on high ticket services, which it could happen. But I'm looking to do at least 35 in August here. And then September, we got to go nuclear and hit a 50 bomb. In October, it's a little cold, a little slow. So, a little slower, I should say. So, I'm not really, I don't think it's fair to expect a 50 bomb in October, but we'll see. So yeah, that's everything I learned today, guys. The biggest thing from you guys I would love to see is comment questions you have for me, questions you have about your business, answers you have for me, tips, things that have been working for you, things that have not worked for you. I'm trying to build a community. That's the goal. I hope you guys are finding value in my journey, and I want to connect with you personally. Join my Discord community. It's a group of detailers. We talk about our big wins, problems, general chat, connect. I mean, that's some of my best friends are detailers from North Carolina, Florida, Texas. Those are some of my best friends, man. It's kind of weird to say that being in Minnesota, but these are a lot of like-minded people, hardworking young men that want to build something for themselves, that know a lot about the same industry you're in. So let's connect up there. Connect to my Discord. Comment below. Like, comment, subscribe for more of these types of videos. And we will catch you guys on the flip.